Do you like Danganronpa? Average for some more killing games? Then Deathloop just might be the thing for you. I am Gloomy and I'll give you a quick gameplay of the demo I got. So, what's this game about actually? Also, this is the demo, and this was re-uploaded from someone else, so you could push them.
Who are you?
I don't know. Yeah, either way, let's go on.
How did you get here? You don't remember, do you?
You open your mouth, but before you can utter a single word, the voice suddenly cuts you off.
Happiness or freedom? What would you choose?
Freedom?
I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Hey, how long are you gonna stand there? So, what's this game about? It's a Danganronpa inspired game. It's not a fan game about Danganronpa, it's inspired by it. And I have no idea what I'm getting into. We'll see how far it goes, how long it goes, and what it covers. And if anyone wants to see more of it, I may or may not get the full version of the game. So let's talk a little more with. Let me just quickly get that a little bit lower. Yeah, just got blasted with music here. You gotta say, the music is kinda nice, but it's a little loud though. You look around in confusion. It seems you're standing in front of a school. Snap out of it, weirdo. We're already 15 minutes late. Yeah, before you could say a single word, the orange-haired girl grabbed you by the arm and dragged you with her. A few minutes later, the two of you stood side by side, facing a packed classroom. The teacher looked at you for a few seconds before facing the class and making an announcement. Attention everyone, today we welcome 2 new transfer students. Can you do me a favor and introduce yourself to the class? The name is Muriel. I look forward to meeting you all. She doesn't look like she's looking forward to it. Muriel spoke as she addressed the class. Everyone's gaze turned to you now. You should introduce yourself. Who are you? Please left-click on the designated white field, write your name and confirm it. Oh great, I need to left-click the... Gloomy, here we go. You face the rest of the class and speak. It's very nice meeting you all. Please call me Gloomy. All eyes were suddenly on you, or more precisely on Muriel, as the two of you took your designated seats. That's right, today is your first day at Sandy High School. Oh, it's Sandy here. You and Muriel moved to the city last week and decided to transfer to the school. It's like you can actually decide where you transfer to if there is only one school. Well, but I guess this doesn't get mentioned. Okay, the music suddenly cuts off. This makes complete sense, but you can't help but feel like something is really off here. The teacher let out another long sigh and went on to one with the lecture. A few hours later, it was finally lunchtime. I'm heading to the admin office to finalize your registration. Buttons are all over the place, you gotta say. Want me to come with you? That won't be necessary, Gloomy. You have more important things to do anyway. This place will be your home for a while. So you should go around and get yourself acclimated to your new surroundings. Maybe buy us some lunch while you're at it. Looks like Muriel didn't feel like waiting in line, so she shoved the borrowing job onto you. See ya! She just looks so unenthusiastic that like she has no intention to actually enjoy anything here. Muriel then turned around and left. You could see some of your new classmates wanting to chat with her, but she just completely ignored them and left. Okay, what now? Should you head straight to the cafeteria? Or maybe you should wait until the cafeteria clears out of it. Perhaps you could look around a bit. Where do you want to go? Let's go to the... But the cafeteria isn't open, so let's go to the roof. You leave your classroom and head toward the roof. After climbing a few flights of stairs, you finally reach the roof. The view from here is breathtaking. You can pretty much see the whole city from up here. You keep looking around in awe when suddenly... Huh? It seems you're not alone up here. There's someone else. Someone who's lying on the ground a few meters away from you. You slowly approach them while keeping an eye on your surroundings. The more you approached, the closer their face came to you. But for some reason you can't make out their face. Everything feels distorted somehow. The closer you get to them, the more distorted your vision becomes. You need to get close. You need to get closer to them. Only then will you be able to make out their face. Only then will you be able to tell who they are. Every fiber of your being is suddenly screaming for you to stop, to turn around and look away, to pretend you never came here in the first place. But you continued approaching until they were right there in front of you. What will you do now? This escalated quickly. Look at their face. You lower your head and stare straight at their face, refusing to look away. The person lying on the ground suddenly opens his eyes. What? Hey, how long are you gonna stand there? You look around in confusion. It seems you're standing in front of a school. Step out of it, weirdo. We're already 15 minutes late. Before you could say a single word, the orange-haired girl grabbed you by the arm and dragged you with her. A few minutes later, the two of you stood side by side facing a packed classroom. The teacher looked at you for a few seconds before facing the class and making an announcement. Attention, everyone. The music is really loud today, so let us welcome the two new transfer students a little more loudly. Can you do me a favor and introduce yourselves a little louder to the class, because the music is freaking loud there. The name's Muriel. I look forward to meeting you all. Muriel spoke as she addressed the class. Everyone's gaze turned to you now. You should introduce yourself. Who are you? Please left-click the designated white field, write your name and confirm it. I'm still Gloomy. But I'm not Gloomy. You face the rest of the class and speak. It's very nice meeting you all. Please call me Gloomy. All eyes were suddenly on you, or more precisely on Muriel, as the two of you took your designated seats. That's right, today is your first day at Sandy High School. You and Muriel moved to the city last week and decided to transfer to school. This makes complete sense, but you can't help but feel like something is really off here. The teacher let out another sigh and went on with the lecture. Yeah, something is really off here. We just had that. We just had all of that. A few hours later, it was finally lunchtime. I'm heading to the admin office to finalize your registration. Want me to come with? That won't be necessary, Gloomy. You have more important things to do anyway. This place will be your home for a while. So you should go around and get yourself acclimated to the new surroundings. Maybe buy us some lunch while you're at it. Looks like Mirror didn't feel like waiting in line, so she shoved the boring jobs onto you. See ya! Mirror then turned around and left. You could see some of your new classmates wanting to chat with her, but she just completely ignored them and left. Okay, what now? Should you head straight to the cafeteria? Or maybe you should wait until the cafeteria clears out a bit. Perhaps you could look around for a bit. Where do you want to go? At least not the roof. Let's go to the schoolyard. You leave the classroom and head outside to the yard. After taking a left here and there, you finally reach your destination. This school's campus. It wasn't anything fancy, but it looked well maintained and the trees provided some very necessary shade. However, since most students were already in the cafeteria, the place was pretty much deserted. Except for one person who was sitting on a nearby bench. Oh, hi! A girl with pink hair and green eyes stares back at you. Did you come here to escape the cafeteria's lunch rush? You're not back at us. Not much of a talker, huh? Wait, I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Today's my first day. Your first day? So you're a transfer student, huh? You nod your head. I see. Still changing schools this late in the school year is pretty uncommon. You must have had a very good reason to come here. Don't worry, I'm not here to judge or anything. I was a transfer student myself anyway. I think. You think? Yeah. It's hard to explain. I feel I've been in this school for a very long time. When I try to think back, the oldest memory I have is standing in front of the school gate, but a person doesn't just show up randomly at high school, right? So I must have transferred here at some point. Sorry, I'm spewing gibberish. I understand. I feel you. You do? I appreciate it, even though I know you're just trying to be polite. The name's Nas, by the way. It's very nice to meet you. Yeah, we already saw your name from the text box. Nas reaches her hand to shake yours. You shake her hand and introduce yourself. Gloomy. Huh? Well, that's an interesting name. I don't think I ever met anyone in this school with the name Gloomy. Of course, you haven't to say anything. My name's pretty odd too, huh? The girl lets out a dry laugh and stands up from the bench. Anyway, thanks for listening for my crazy talk. Gloomy. I hope we run into each other again. Ness then waved goodbye and left. You stood there for a few seconds before deciding to head to the cafeteria. After the weird encounter, you finally arrive at your destination. It's time to stand in line and buy lunch for you and Myrtle. However, no matter where you look, the cafeteria is completely empty. Not a single student around. This makes no sense. Even though you did show up late to avoid the crowd, it's still lunchtime. The school cafeteria should be empty right now. You keep looking around in confusion when someone suddenly appears in front of you. It's you! Oh god, it's really you, Gloomy. Cece suddenly jumped on you and gave you a tight hug. How did you get here? I'm super happy to see you again, but I don't understand. How are you here? You're in complete control. You're you. Cece stares at you in confusion. Who are you? Her expression displayed both happiness and fear. It seems she's hoping you'll be able to answer her question and put her mind at ease. Sadly, however, you're as confused, if not more confused than she. So you simply take a step back and explain everything that happened to you so far. Really? So you just found yourself at the front gate of the school? Just like that? You nod your head. What about before that? How did you get here? How did you find this? Before Cece could even finish her words, a loud voice interrupted your conversation. Good, you're both here. I finalized your registration, Gloomy. Congratulations, you're officially a candidate now. A candidate? Don't worry, I'll explain everything soon enough. But first, let's get the other candidates in here. Muriel spoke as she snapped her fingers. 6 other people suddenly showed up in the cafeteria. What the hell is happening? Yo, dudes, how did I teleport to the cafeteria? Did I finally awaken my superpowers? This must be part of the test. Ah, that was so cool. I felt like I was floating in space for a moment there. Teleport me again. Teleport? God, why are there so many women? You know, I'm a man with a deep voice, with a somewhat deep voice. I'm not super deep voice, but I don't have a really high voice ceiling, you. So this'll be a blast, I guess. Okay, enough delays, let's begin. First, let me congratulate you all on surviving the first trail of the game. The first trail? Yes, every person in this school was a potential candidate. I say was because, except for you, the rest have been killed off. What? The school was set specifically for this trial. You were all transferred here and your memories were manipulated. Those with a weak will, with a pitiful presence. The observers of this world simply accepted their new reality and went on with their life. They attended classes, stood in line in the cafeteria and enjoyed a carefree high school life. Not once stopping or wondering how they even got here in the first place. Pitiful NPCs. However, you 8 were different. You saw through this fake existence. You refused to look away and accept this sweet lie. You questioned your reality, and for that, you're still alive. However, the game has just begun, and your continuous survival is not yet assured. After all, only one of you 8 will leave this place alive. Why the hell are you doing this? You're playing a pretty sick game, little girl. Who do you work for? You two are asking the wrong questions. Or rather, you're asking them at the wrong time. Hi! Yes, alright, Orange Daughter. They should be asking you about the second trail. The second trail. I guess since she called the high school experiment the first trail, then that could only mean there's going to be more. Correct. Carmine. The second trail is the real main event. It's the real reason you're all here. In order to pick the winner among you, you 8 will be playing a certain game. The game has many names and many different iterations. However, the most common name for it is the Werewolf game. The fucking social deduction game? Is this some sort of a joke? You want us to play a children's game? I won't take it lightly if it were you, Jack. The second trail might be based on a werewolf game, but the consequences are very real. You won't be role-playing around. You will become the roles you're given. Roles? Standing among you right now is a real killer. He or she will target and seek your death without any hesitation. Your only chance at survival is exposing the killer and voting them off at the end of the day. Standard werewolf rules. However, in addition to the killer and innocent role, there are 3 additional special roles. First, the guardian angel role. The person with the guardian angel role will be able to choose and protect one other person each night. If the guardian angel chooses to protect the person the killer targets, then congratulations. You have managed to prevent the killer from claiming their victim. The second role is the vigilante role. The person with the vigilante role is able to target and kill one person each night. However, the targeting and killing anyone who is not the killer will result in the vigilante killing themselves. A pretty fair trade-off, if you ask me. Finally, the third and last role is the detective role. The person with the detective role is able to investigate one person each night, to determine if they are a killer or not. However, convincing others about your findings without exposing your role to the killer is a whole other matter. As you can see, each role has its advantages and disadvantages, ensuring a fair trial. However, to end this explanation, I would like to remind the killer that targeting someone during the daytime is completely forbidden. Breaking this rule, or any other rule for that matter, will result in the offender being immediately killed. Every single one of you is implanted with a small chip in your brain. The chip is completely attached to your optic nerve and is able to witness anything you see. I wonder why you need a chip implanted in the brain. Sounds scary, I guess, but she just magically teleported everyone, so why not just magically surveillance and magically blow up people who disobey the rules? You know that's a bit weird. Upon the discovery of any rule infringement, the chip will automatically release a powerful electric surge through your nerves, thus frying your brain and immediately killing you. You planted something in our brains? As long as you don't break the rules, you have nothing to worry about. Now, unless you have other questions about the game, I will be seeing you at sunset. Mira then walked past you and walked toward the exit. You all kept following her with your gaze, but suddenly she stopped and turned around. She was looking back at all of you, but you could swear she was looking straight into your eyes. Welcome back to the Null game.
We chase the night, no silent shadows, no dreams collide, no through the void we run, no. The stars above, no eclipsing light, no lost in time, no endless fight, no. No, no, we fall, no, 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 we call, no, 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 we dream, no, 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 we scream, no. Space, no leaves a mark, no winds of change, no hold tight, no cycles break, no through the night, no, 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 we fall, no, 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 we call, no, 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 we dream, no, 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 we scream, no, 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 we fall, no, 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 we call, no, 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 we dream, no, 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 we scream, no, no, no.
Happiness or freedom? What would you choose?
You lift your head to the mighty blue sky while trying to process what just happened, when suddenly a voice brings you back to reality. Hey, are you okay? You look back at Cece and nod your head. The Null game's happening again, huh? And by the look of it, the one is even more messed up than the last. Not only is the game's source different this time around, but so are the participants. Or at least some of them. The setting is different too. Why Sandy High School out of all places? Why Muriel? Why her? Why a version of his daughter? Sorry, Gloomy. I don't mean to confuse you. Yeah, just a quick heads up. There's actually no easy way to play the first Null game, so basically the prequel from this one, who actually came out first, and obviously featured CC. But I may find a way if necessary, if anyone is interested in. But if not, then we'll just move on. After all, Cece suddenly approaches you and held your hand. You have no idea how happy I am to see you again. You have no idea how much I waited for this. Gloomy, we're finally together again. Cece leans forward as she held tighter to your hands when Yeah! God, what's happening here? Very shameless, very shameless. CC lets go of your hand and faced Zero. What do you want, weirdo? Don't be like that, CC-chan. There's nothing wrong with forming alliances. It's the only way to survive this game, right? Right? And what better way to cement an alliance than a pretty heated kiss? That's not what we're doing. Ah, sure, CC-chan. I'll get off your hair. I didn't mean to cockblock you or anything. Have fun, wink wink. Zero then waved her hand and left. You watched her leave until she left your side. Damn, Zero, she's not less a freak as a participant. What the frick? But she's right about something, Gloomy. The Null game is officially started. Alliances are bound to be formed. And sooner or later, this game will spiral into fucking madness again. What is up with the writing of this game? Gotta be serious. We need to escape, early this time. Trust me, Gloomy. This is the only way to truly survive this game. You look back at CC and nod your head. First, we should start by searching the place. Last time I dragged you along with me from one place to another. Not once did I ask you for your input. So how about you lead the search this time around? Where do you think we should go? Let's go back to the freaking roof, I guess. The rooftops? You think we can find something there? Alright, let's head up. Oh god, the voices are killing me. With CC by your side, you two start heading up to the school's rooftop. As you walk through the hallways, you noticed how empty the school suddenly became. The hundreds of students who once roamed the halls are nowhere to be seen. After climbing the stairs, you finally arrive at the roof. But it seems someone is already here. Yo, it isn't Gloomy and Cece. Are you guys teaming up or something? What are you doing up here, Hassan? This is where I do business, dear Cecilia. Oh, she's Cecilia, I guess. Alright. If you must know, this is temporary HQ of the Milkers. The Milkers? Not you too, Cecilia. Doesn't anyone remember the Milkers anymore? They were the stuff of the legends. A group labeled to procure any kind of intel. They were active in pretty much every high school in the capital and specialized in obtaining intimidate information. Hell, they're the reason half of those high school losers ever managed to get a girlfriend. They're literally the coolest shit ever. Oh god, what am I reading? And I'm bringing them back. I found an information network across the school and we're already getting requests from romantically inept losers, clients. It's only a matter of time before the word Milker is on the tongue of every student in this high school. I will create a Milker group that will never fade. Dude, we have like 6 people or so in what appears to be a killing game, and your first idea is to freaking create a information group for informing something or nothing? I don't know. Is there anyone else in the school? What the heck is going on with you, man? Hassan spoke while punching his fist into the air. Hey, Dumpus. You do know the school is no longer. Except for the 8 of us. The others were killed or disposed of. How will you run your creepy business with no one around? Yeah, what? My words, girl. My words. You see, we're on the same wavelength, you see. Yeah, thinking short term, dear Cecilia. Once I win this game show, my face will be plastered all over the TV. A business will be flooding through my door like crazy. This Dumbus didn't change one bit. You ignore Hassan and start searching for the roof alongside CC, but nothing seems out of place. So you two eventually gave up and went downstairs. You two spent the next few hours investigating the different classrooms of the school. But much like every other room in the place, it was completely abandoned. All of the students who were once roamed the halls were completely gone. almost like they never existed in the first place. You look through the window. The mighty blue sky suddenly turned orange, signaling the end of the day, and the background music is just slamming for whatever reason. Oh god. You know, audio design is something that really gets to you. If it's messed up. If it's bad, no matter how good the tracks in itself are, they're just, you notice. You notice that something is off about it. If audio design is well made, no one freaking notices anything, huh? That's one of the most thankless jobs to do in all of media, you know? And suddenly it stops. Oh well. Let's keep moving. It's already sunset. Cece suddenly holds your hand as you two stare at the window. It's okay. You did your best. We did our best. Whatever's gonna happen now, we'll face it together, okay? You're talking like we're already dead. You know? This is concerning. Just you and me, like always. Cece tightens her grip on your hand. Behind that beautiful smile of hers, you can sense fear. You can sense an immense fear that would shatter the very fabric of reality if it ever comes. What the fuck? How scared are you, girl? You're so scared that your fear is basically an outer god that is teeming and working and thinking about destroying the whole world? What the hell? How scared can you be? Holds the world record of being the scaredest girl around. What is up with this writing, guys? What is up with this writing? But it's not a fear for her life. It's not a fear for death. Of the unknown. It's a fear for you. For your existence. Yet that suddenly turned in a completely wrong direction. You're scaring me. For your future together. How do you know this? How do I know this? This is so weird. You hold tighter to Cece's hands as a strange feeling suddenly shocks your senses. The next time you open your eyes, you find yourself standing in the cafeteria. But you're not alone. Cece and the rest of the companions are all there. But most of all, she is here too. Welcome back, everyone. Hey, Muriel. I don't know what stage trick you guys are using for this teleport thing, but it's making me really nauseous. Can I talk with one of the executive producers about it? I can't have the cuties at home seeing me puke on live TV. Muriel stared at Hassan for a few seconds before she rolled her eyes and faced the rest of you. Now that you're all here, allow me to explain the voting process. Standing among you right now is a killer. Starting tonight, the killer will claim a victim with each passing night. The voting process is your main way of finding and eliminating the killer. The process is simple. You simply discuss the situation among each other and then vote. Each one of you gets a vote. Then the person with the highest number of votes gets eliminated. Any questions? By eliminated, you mean killed, right? Whoever gets the highest number of votes will be killed. Affirmative. This is insane. You really expect us to send someone to their death? You can always choose to vote on no one. However, that would only benefit the killer, of course. Not only, it wouldn't only aid the killer, it would also not advance the killing. We don't care. We're not gonna play a sick game. We're not going to kill anyone. Oh no, we are so going to kill someone. What do you mean by we, Nazy-chan? Don't go around forcing your own opinion on the rest of us. That's not cute at all. What? I agree with the blonde woman. Not making a choice is a choice in itself. If this killer truly exists, then doing nothing will send one of us to a certain demise. What about the special roles? Cece, who barely spoke a word until now, suddenly interjects. It seems the rest of your companions are also surprised by this. What about them? What if the people with the special roles step up now? That will narrow down the list of suspects. Great idea, CC-chan. There are 8 of us here. If we eliminate the people who will play special roles, then only 5 people remain. Even if we vote randomly, there will still be a 20% chance of voting for the killer. That's like pretty high, right? I agree as well. Any kind of advantage we could get would be very helpful. The people with the special roles should step up. Carmine spoke as she faced the rest of your companions. Seconds passed and minutes, but no one stepped forward, which is a very good idea. You shouldn't do this. Come on, guys. We can't have it dead there. What? This will totally fuck up our ratings. A few more minutes passed, but once again, no one stepped up. Enough of this. This is a waste of time. Don't be so hasty, Meryl-chan. This is super duper important to us, so just wait a bit, okay? We can wait all night and nothing will change, because the special roles haven't been assigned just yet. What? Huh? Unlike the killer role, the special roles are only assigned during the first night. Yeah, what the frack? You just stood there for 5 minutes, like, at least 5 minutes. They were waiting for a while here. And I just dropped that. Yeah, no reason to wait, actually. Why are we waiting, actually? There are no special roles currently. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. So dumb. That's when you start using them, after all. So at this moment, none of you has a special role yet. I see. So CC's plan was a no-go from the start. Well, it was worth a shot, so don't beat yourself too much, CC-san. You were trying to bait the killer, huh, Cecilia? Huh? Bait the killer? By declaring that the people with special role will narrow down the suspect list. She was basically saying that whoever steps forward will be seen as 100% innocent. She was hoping that would tempt the killer to falsely claim that they had a special role. Oh, I see. That has meaning to itself, yes. And since the roles haven't been assigned yet, that would immediately expose them as a fraud and end the game. A very impressive strategy. However, it seems the killer is smarter than what you gave them credit for, Cecilia. Or perhaps you're the killer and this whole thing was just a version to make others trust you. Perhaps I'm playing right into your hands. I have no idea what just happened. This is just too confusing for the average viewer. Let's just get to the voting part already. That's where the ratings are. For once, I agree with Delusional Creep. Discussion time is over. When you hear your name, please step forward and announce your vote. So it's not even a secret vote, you know? That's like, what? Alright. Muriel declared as she started calling out names. The first to go was Ness. I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna take someone's life like it's nothing. I'm voting no one. Suit yourself. You're up next, Widow. Muriel spoke as she pointed at Hassan. My moment to shine. I, Hassan, the true definition of a Sigma male and the future winner of this game show, will vote for you. Nas! With exaggerated movements, Hassan pointed at Nas. What? Me? Of course. Ever since the start, you have been doing nothing but trying to push us to not to vote for anyone. And who would benefit more from that than the killer? So my vote goes for you, Nas. No hard feelings though, I just want to win this game show. You're a damn lunatic. The voting continued after that. Seeing no clear suspect, Carmine chose to vote for no one. Meanwhile, Zeraldata giggled and declared she would follow Hassan's lead and vote for Nas. Jack also voted for Nas. CC, on the other hand, let out a sigh and voted no one. I was the only one, and Kay left now. Who's Kay? Oh, Kay was the one who was quiet all the time. Alright, it's your turn now, Kay. Who will you be voting for? Myself, Kay declared with a hushed, low voice. What? I vote for myself. The whole room stared at Kay with a baffled expression all over their face. Are you insane? Fine, whatever. Oh, well. Muriel suddenly moved her gaze and faced you. You're up last, Gloomy. Declare your vote and let's end this for today. Everyone's gaze suddenly turned to you. It seems they all understood the current situation, even Hassan. With Nas getting 3 votes and no one getting 3 votes, your vote will seal the deal. Your vote will determine everything. You close your eyes and take a deep breath. CC was right. The situation did spiral into insanity pretty quickly. With everyone I've seen till now, yeah, the situation is just bound for insanity because no one is fucking in their right mind. And, we haven't even freaking said a word. Unless whatever button prompts we filled out just mentioned that we spoke. But that was all. We are just mute or something. It's so weird. There haven't been any murders yet, but someone is already on the chopping block. Whether you believe Nas is the killer or not, it's completely up to you. You get to choose. You get to vote. So, who would it be? So I need to vote on no one, you know? Unless if I don't vote for no one, Nas will own. If I vote for myself, that would be insanely stupid because that doesn't change anything. We have 3 votes for Nas. So it's either vote no one or vote Nas. All other votes are currently not useful at all. So we're going to vote no one. Okay, seems the result's pretty clear. No one will be voted off tonight. Looks of relief appeared on the faces of some of your companions, while others looked completely annoyed. Mirror let out another long sigh before continuing to talk. Now, let's get over nighttime rules. Every single one of you has been allocated a room in the school dorms. Leaving your room during nighttime is strictly forbidden and will result in immediate deletion. This, of course, includes the killer. As the killer, you're free to roam around the school and target 1 victim per night. Participants with special roles are also technically allowed to leave their rooms during the night. However, the whole process is fully automated and you won't be conscious during it. Your mind will continue to sleep while your body will accomplish the special role. Think of it like sleepwalking if you want. That's pretty freaky. Yeah, I agree, that's freaky. There are no questions. I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. Myrtle gave you all one last look before she snapped her fingers and suddenly disappeared. The room felt silent once again, but then someone suddenly approached you. Hey! Ness looks at you with a smile on her face. I want you to know that I had no doubts. I have no doubt that you'll make it the right choice, Glimmy. Beneath those hollow, empty eyes lies a genuine person. Alright, we're just basically dead. A kind person. I wouldn't say we're kind. We seem like a horrible person. I realized at the moment I laid my eyes on you. You do? I won't forget this, Gloomy. I promise. Nuss then approached you and gave you a tight hug. Why are you hugging me? I'm looking like a dead person, I guess. See you in the morning. Ness then waved her hand and left off while avoiding to look at the other 3 people who tried to vote her out. You're quite a ladies' man, Gloomy. And let's hope your little decision doesn't come back and bite you in the ass later on. Ciao. Zero ruffled your hair and then skipped off the skipped out of the cafeteria. Yo, Gloomy! You might be the MVP today, but it's not over just yet. I will not let you upstage me in the popularity polls, nor will I let you snatch the victory. I will be the one to win this game show. You just wait. Hassan rolled his eyes and left. That degenerate is a cancer on society. Cici looked at Hassan in disgust before facing you. Anyway, the first day is over. We did what we could do for now. Let's head out. A few moments later, you were looking through the window. Der Vega and Altair greet your eyes. The 3 stars of the summer triangle. Your mind rushes back to the events of the cafeteria. Thanks to you, no one got voted out today. However, that means the killer still runs free, and tonight they'll be able to target their first victim. A victim that could easily be you. Gloomy? Are you okay? You nod your head. Do you regret your decision? Do you think you should have voted for Ness? You shake your head no. Good. Never regret your choices, Gloomy. Cici suddenly approached the window next to you and lifted her gaze to the sky. Choices make who we are. One choice leads to another, and by the time you realize it, you have made so many choices. It's so non-saying. You have branched so many times that your point of origin looks no different than the distant star in the night sky. But that's the beauty of choices, Gloomy. It's freedom. Endless, pure and unshackled freedom. What are you talking about, girl? They lied to us. Happiness is not possible. It never was. It doesn't matter what you achieve. It doesn't matter what you get. You'll always want more. You'll always desire something out of your reach. You will always struggle. You will never be happy. Never. That got deep and sad. But that's okay. Because freedom is different. Freedom is attainable. You might not control your point of origin at the end. You might not control how you were born or die. But everything in between can be yours. Every choice can be yours to make. This is what truly matters, Gloomy. This is what truly matters to me, to you, and to us. Cici suddenly brushes you until only a few feet separated you. The killer will make their choice tonight. But that won't matter. Whatever happens tonight will happen. Do you understand, Gloomy? Not even death will separate us anymore. Cici leaned over and kissed you on the cheek. She then waved her hand and walked into her room. Right. Okay. You stood in the hallway for a few seconds before walking inside your room. Yeah, I just imagine standing is also like some hollow zombie there. So, alright, moving into room. Top. Ah. A dark, creepy bedroom greets your eyes. You look around you and nothing feels out of place, but every fiber of your being is screaming for you to get out. To run away and get as far away from this room as you possibly can. However, you know the rules. Leaving your room during nighttime will result in your immediate demise. You approach your bed and lie down, but then... Detective. A word suddenly flashes through your eyes. Detective. The detective special role. It seems that's the role you got. According to my role, you're able to choose one person each night to investigate them. Using that special role, you can determine if they're the killer or not. So the real question now is who will you investigate? Cici. You choose to investigate Cici. She been nothing but supportive and affectionate toward you since you got here, but a part of you wants to make sure. A part of you wants to know. You push that thought away and lie down in your bed. There's nothing else you can do but wait. Wait and hope. Hope that you'll wake up from your slumber and see the light of day. Hope that the killer won't target you and end your existence tonight. Hope that this isn't the end. You empty your head of these thoughts and surrender yourself to fate, to the night. Like Sissy said, whatever happens tonight will happen. You open your eyes, just to be greeted by a bird standing outside your window. It seems you survived. Try to get up from the bed when... Innocent. Innocent? This is the result of your special role. It seems CC is innocent after all. A part of you feels a bit guilty, but you decide to push that feeling away. A sudden knock on the door startles you. You get up on your feet and approach the door. Good morning, Gloomy. I'm so glad you're okay. CC came closer and gave you a tight hug. CC smiles suddenly, it disappears. We have a situation. You follow after CC as you move through the hallway until you reach a certain dorm room. You can see some of your companions standing outside the room. The whole atmosphere was extremely tense. CC gives you a slight nod as you two walk inside. A bloody room greets your eyes. You quickly take a step back and look around. However, you can't see anyone in the room. CC notices your confusion and speaks. The body is not here anymore. Muriel snapped it away and gave us an autopsy report instead. However, we all had a good look at the body before she did. It's Jack. Jack's the victim. The image of a well-dressed man sporting a cold look crosses your mind. For some reason, you can't picture him as a victim. I've already searched the room. There isn't anything interesting here. Let's head out. While you're trying your best not to step on the plaid stains, you leave the room. It's a mess. A part of me was hoping nothing would happen. That the killer wouldn't strike, or maybe the guardian angel would manage to protect the target. But sadly, the killer succeeded. The only clue we have is this autopsy report Muriel gave us. It's not that detailed, to be honest, but I'll give you a rundown. The victim is Jack. Male, age 34, height 184, weight 85 kilograms. Cause of death, hypovolemic shock caused by severe blood loss. The victim was found with multiple wounds all over his body. 1 wound to the neck, 5 in the chest and 12 in the abdominal region. You really got to it here. The murder weapon is a sharp object, likely an axe. There were no signs of struggle. The report doesn't mention anything else. So, and with that, I shall conclude this little sneak peek of Null or Deathloop, or however you might call this one. If anyone is interested in actually seeing more about this game, and let me know. That's it for today. I'm Gloomy. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.